I'm not returning my shopping cart. And you can judge me all you want. I'm not getting my groceries into my car, getting my children into the car, and then leaving them in the car to go return the cart. So if you're gonna give me a dirty look, fuck off.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Y'all heard what she said. If you ain't subscribed to the channel yet, you get it. Hey, man, 6 million people saw this worldwide, and 6 million people came at this doctor, right? She has a valid reason why she thinks the way she does. At least in her head, it's a valid reason. For the other 6 million people, they were not feeling it whatsoever, right? So she is a doctor. Her name is Dr. Leslie. She's getting pretty big on, other social media platforms as well as YouTube. And she focuses on child endangerment, things like child abuse, child abduction, um, child child trafficking, and things like that. And with that, one of her tactics of keeping her kids safe and advising you to keep your kids safe is to not take your shopping cart back to the racks, right? And she gives a valid reason, or in her head, she thinks it's a valid reason. So let's go ahead and look at it right now.
It's May 31st, and about 6 million people have freaked out over me not returning my shopping cart because my kids are in the car. So I want to give you some statistics. Last year, 265 children were abducted in parking lots in America. Half of those were sexually assaulted. As a single mom returning your shopping cart, you are prime for a predator to watch and grab you. In many states, it's actually illegal to turn your car on and walk away. Many comments said that they would turn the car on, leave the air on for the kids, and go return the shopping cart. Well, in Los Angeles, in one particular parking lot, that's at least a 12-minute walk. You could go to jail. There are reports from the Bureau of Justice saying 10% of crimes occur in parking lots. If you get to a parking lot, you should look at the lighting. You should look at security guards. You should look at how the parking lot is laid out. If it feels safe, go return your cart. If it doesn't feel safe, trust your gut, trust your intuition, and keep you and your family safe. It's not worth the judgment you'll get. There are actual lawyers who specialize in parking lot crimes, and they sue the grocery stores. And guess what? I've been a part of those cases. So if you want to be ignorant, go ahead. But I also have videos on the mind of predators, pedophiles, and why child trafficking occurs and how victims are targeted.
So that's her whole valid excuse in her head. First of all, I don't see what was the big uproar about. I see people not take baskets to the cart rack for less. At least she got some type of protective reasoning of why she won't do it. But there was a couple of things she said in here that kind of like made me question her motives behind making that post, the original post, because now that she's explaining herself, she gave you ways of making sure you were safe and still being able to take the cart back, right? She said things like, look at your surrounding, you know where security is at, and if you feel safe, take it back. But then in her original videos, she said she would never take it back. So which one is it? Are you telling people to take it back if they feel safe, or should you never take it back, right? And then the second thing is she deals with these type of cases all the time because she's a doctor, right? So she sees these things in the medical field, dealing with children abductions, dealing in cases and legal cases. She sees this. So when I got sent this, the first thing I thought was, man, she caused an uproar with this, and she's a doctor, she's a psychologist, right? She would know how to cause an uproar if she wanted to bring attention to this, because her whole social media page is dedicated to this type of stuff, right? So if it's not moving, if traffic is not moving how you want it to move, you could easily use your education as a psychologist to get people moving. And then I went to go look at her page and I found this.
I'm not one to gatekeep, so here's a psychologist's opinion on how to make a video go viral. Pick a very controversial and divisive topic. Say something about it in a very authoritative manner. Look at the camera so people think you're actually talking to them. Be intentionally provocative by maybe adding a swear word, but also calling upon what everybody does, which is judging people and projecting onto others. I don't know if you call it rage bait or satire, but whatever is necessary to captivate the masses and spread the message. Make it a topic that feels so compelling to talk on that even people who are going to hate or criticize you will feel compelled to leave a comment or argue in the comments, thereby spreading your video further. People of any gender, of any race, any SES, any educational level, any culture, any country can find this an interesting topic.
See what I'm saying? She went by her own rules. She knew right away that type of post was going to get her traffic. She did everything she said in this post is exactly what she did about the basket, right? It's not necessarily the basket that's drawing people's attention. It's the fact that she's saying she doesn't take it back to protect her child that had people in an uproar, right? So in her mind, she's figuring out a way to get people talking about this because this is something she's passionate about. Now, it might be something minor as far as leaving your basket there, but it caused an uproar amongst all races, ethnicities, religion, no matter what, it reaches you because we all have kids and we all have loved ones, right? Most of us do. The people, at least the people she wants to target and have follow her page and engage in conversation with, we all have kids. That's her demographic, right? So is it really about the basket and keeping your kids safe, or was this about getting people to your page and starting a conversation? If it was about starting a conversation, she should just come out and say that, right? Because I think that'll do her better versus like, oh, I'm just keeping my kids safe by not taking the basket. Because if you got one kid, I tell you the other day, I took my kid to the store, took my son. I got multiple kids, but I took my toddler to the store with me. When it was time to return the cart, I put the groceries in the trunk. He was right next to me in the basket. I walked with him to the basket, return the little cart to return the basket, grabbed them out, put the basket in, and walked them back to the car. It's that simple. You don't have to put your kid in the car with the AC on and all that. That's a choice, right? So there's definitely ways you can do it and still return your basket. And she even said it in her second video. So I don't know if this is something she was just doing to get things to like stir things up about the topic of kids and kidnapping and trafficking of kids. She did it. She did it. But the uproar she got, I mean, people came for her. She was on the news. It came up everywhere. People was telling her that she's rude and that she doesn't think of other people and that it's not about the kids, which I don't know. I don't want to judge her. I don't know her personally, but there is definitely other reasons. So, does the uproar and does the madness like does this validate the madness that people are giving her? I don't think so. I think that we'll find anything to fake care about these days, and this just happened to be one of them. She's a psychologist. She knew this was going to happen. She gave us the blueprint in that post. She knew this was going to happen, and it did. Right. So let me know your thoughts and comments. Do you leave your baskets to protect your kid, or are we just lazy? Most of us just lazy. I don't take my baskets all the time, and it ain't got nothing to do with my little ones. It has everything to do with me just not feeling like walking a half a mile to the closest one. So let me know if you're still here. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you next video.